I just need you to have a reminder that you are it and you will always be it, okay? And that's all. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arielle. Thanks for watching and thanks for tuning in. I make a lot of fashion, lifestyle, travel content here on my YouTube page. So if you're into that, definitely watch for more and definitely subscribe. So today we're going to be talking about how to look expensive but on a budget. Because, you know, times are hard sometimes and you still want to look put together, look good on a budget. So I'm going to give you 5 tips when it comes to styling yourself, your personal appearance, your everyday look, and how you can make that look more expensive, and just ways you can just stay looking luxurious on a budget. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first tip that I have for you guys is confidence and a good self-esteem. I think like this is the number one thing that's most important before you even get to the outfits, before you even get into buying clothes, before you even do all of that. You need to have a really good confidence in yourself and a strong sense of self-esteem. And to get to this point, it's really about investing in yourself, whether that's journaling, looking up affirmations, doing affirmations daily, confidence, self-love affirmation, really digging deep into yourself and finding the confidence within yourself so that that can be portrayed outwardly. And if you're like religious or spiritual, ways to build your confidence is seeking guidance that way as well. But for me, I really like to journal. I like the affirmations. I really like to pour into myself mentally and spiritually and physically. So those are really good helpful tips to build confidence within yourself. Also, I would say doing your own personal maintenance, keeping it on a budget, doing your own maintenance, like your hair, your nails. Like, look y'all, I did my own nails. I just got the gel polish off Amazon and I have the whole little kit. And like that just makes such a difference, and you don't have to spend too much money going to the nail salon if you don't feel like doing all that. Okay, and then it's very important to focus on your health, focus on doing daily walks. I mean, taking a walk outside is free, and also doing little at-home workouts via YouTube. You know, YouTube has a bunch of different free Pilates, yoga, any type of workout you want to do at home, you can do it on YouTube. I have a few that I use, so if you want to have those suggestions, just comment down below and I'll let you know. And honestly, it's really about being intentional about yourself and catering to things that make you feel like yourself, make you view yourself in a positive way. And that's what being confident is all about, honestly. But this was the most important tip, being number 1 is confidence, because I want you to be so obsessed with yourself that like when you're walking down the street and you see a reflection of yourself, you're like, dang, that's me. I look so good. Like, I want you to go into a mirror and be like, wow, I look so good. I'm so confident in myself. I'm expressing myself the way I want to. I'm seeing myself how I want to see myself and not what other expectations are of me. Other people perceive me. I don't care about all of that. It's about how you perceive yourself. You are confident with yourself and how you are in love with yourself, okay? It might seem a little like, what's the word, arrogant, but it's not. It's confidence, okay? It's confidence. I just need you to have a reminder that you are it and you will always be it, okay? And that's all. Okay, second tip. Now we're really getting into like the fashion thing, the styling, the like physical aspects of looking expensive on a budget. Okay, first things first, I need you to create a vision board on how you see yourself, how you view yourself, and what kind of style inspiration that you want for your future self, or what you're trying to obtain on looking expensive. Basically, you can do this physically, like you can take magazines, print media magazines, you can rip out pages of like fashion inspiration that you have, put it on a board, or you can do this on Pinterest. I feel like that's the easiest way for me, but also doing it physically is also fun too, but you can do either or. I like to go on Pinterest, create a mood board, a style inspiration board for what I'm feeling, for what I want to look like, what inspires me, and I'll show you an example of a mood board in a second. But basically on this mood board, you're gonna have either characters from like TVs or movies, or celebrities, creators, or just things that inspire you for a specific look that you want. And what's also important is figuring out what your style is. I feel like style is really like personal to each person, and it's very different. It can be very different. There's so many different aspects of different style types. There's like classy, casual, glam, punk, minimalist, preppy, boho, grunge. So there is a plethora of fashion styles that you can choose from, that you can kind of do your own research and see what kind of fits you, what you feel like you lean more towards, and like what makes you feel the most confident, honestly. And I want you to also take into account like your lifestyle. Like, I know a lot of people work in healthcare, a lot of people have trade jobs, a lot of people may have an unconventional job or have a regular 9-to-5 job where they're in the office. So like your style really is dependent on your lifestyle, so like it's personal to you. So I need you to figure out like what works for you in whatever space that you're in. Also on this vision board, I want you to put color palettes that suit your skin tone. And I have a color analysis quiz that I did online that I will try and link below. Hopefully I can find it. Basically does your color theory for your personalized skin tone, and it shows what colors work best with your skin. This is not like the rule that you need to wear these colors, but it like kind of helps you find a guide to where you want, what colors kind of suit you and what colors best complement your skin tone. So I'm going to show you guys an example of a mood board. Hold on. This has nothing to do with this video. This is just an example of what's in a mood board, for example. Okay, so we're going to go to my Pinterest and screen record one. Okay, so we're screen recording. Okay, so this Pinterest board I just created like a Y2K inspired 2000s trend forecast type of trends, like vision board, mood board. And you know, as you can tell, it's very Y2K inspired. And like the common theme in this mood board is like pastel colors, mules, corsets, monogram prints, and acrylic nails, fur. So those are like just different elements of the mood board. So like as I go and shop for things, if I were shopping for this specific type of mood board, vision, style, inspiration, I would kind of look for those elements in the clothing pieces that I'm going to buy, so that I kind of have a curated idea in my head to know what to look for, instead of just going into these stores blindly and not really knowing the direction of where I want to go with what I'm trying to execute, essentially. So yeah, but this is just an example. This doesn't mean like this is how you look expensive. This is just an example of a trend board, vision board, mood board, things of that nature when it comes to Pinterest. Okay, yeah, basically I just want you to curate, accumulate things that suit you for what you see your style as looking expensive to you. I'm getting hot, but okay. The third tip is to shop at off-price retailers and shop vintage, shop at secondhand thrift stores. Okay, to really be affordable, you need to like look at places that sell things for a budget, you know. And it's not like, if you've never shopped at like a thrift store or like an off-price retailer, it's not like the things are bad, okay? I think people have a negative connotation, negative view sometimes on stores like that, but there's actually a lot of good things if you take the time to look for things and find quality options. So off-price retailers, if you do not know, are TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Nordstrom Rack, Saks Fifth. And these are retailers that sell certain brand names for a discounted off price. price. So that's what off-price retailers are. And for vintage stores and thrift stores, those are just secondhand fashion stores. Vintage stores are usually more curated. Sometimes they're at a higher price point, but sometimes some vintage stores are pretty affordable. But also I like to shop at thrift stores as well, because a lot of vintage items go to thrift stores as well. So, and they're usually at a cheaper price. So, but one thing that you do want to look for when you're looking at clothing pieces, okay, so let me actually backtrack. So now that you have your vision board, elements of what you see your style being, what you see like looking expensive looks to you, and like the inspiration that you've gained and the inspiration that you have. Now you look at your vision board and you're gonna go into the store and figure out like different elements like shoes, pants, shirts, sweaters, coats, whatever have you that you're inspired by, that have the same similar elements. But when you're looking at these clothes, I need you to look into the tag. Hold on, let me give you an example. Okay, so I have this shirt. I actually thrifted this shirt, but most clothing items have a fabric tag on the inside, usually at the bottom or at the top tag. And this one, it's probably not the best example, but it will have a fabric composition on the tag. This one is 44% rayon, 56% nylon. I'm sorry for the light, it kind of flickers, so yeah. But look at the fabric tag, and what you want to look for is fabrics that are plant-based or animal-based. And what this means is it's made from a plant or it's made from an animal, because these are more sustainable and they are also better quality. They're going to look better. The luster and the feel of it is going to last longer. It's going to just look better, and in turn it will look more expensive. And it's just gonna look like, the appearance is just gonna look way better than a synthetic fabric. So you want to look for fabrics such as silk, wool, cashmere, mohair, cotton, modal, linen, hemp, or lyocell. These are just a few examples of animal and plant-based fabrics. And sometimes you can't find 100% animal, 100% plant-based fabrics. So if you have to, I mean, some of the clothes that I have are synthetic, unfortunately. I mean, it's really hard to sustainably really just get rid of all your clothes, like, and then try to start fresh. Like, you kind of got to go little by little. Like, so I'm still gonna have some synthetic fabrics in my wardrobe. It's not a bad thing, it's okay. You can still get synthetic fabrics, but it is better to just get plant-based and animal-based fabrics, because they will be better quality and last you longer. If you can, if you see on the tag it says recycled fabric, that's also good as well. That means that the company, whoever has made it, has recycled the fabric to make that product. So that's also better as well if you have to buy synthetic. Okay, it's not always bad, but okay, well, it is kind of bad, but I mean, sometimes economically not everyone can just afford to buy sustainable fabrics. So yeah, that's also an option. And also, that's something that makes clothes look very expensive, is something that's very structured. Sometimes clothing pieces that just look like flimsy, or like there's not really any structure to it, they look cheaper, not really expensive. So if something's kind of like, you try it on and it's kind of looking like there's no form to it, then yeah, you probably shouldn't get it. And also make sure to get things that fit your body well. You know your measurements. Try to find things that fit your body, that way that you don't really have to go get it tailored, because also, you know, tailoring things is an added expense. Something, you know, some people can do that, but if you're on a budget, you need to try to find things that best suit your body, fit your body. If not, you know, there are ways to tailor your clothes without permanently changing them. So those are also options too. And also accessories like belts and things like that are great ways to kind of tailor your clothes to fit you. And then also make sure when you're looking for jackets, skirts, dresses, that they have lining in the clothing piece, because if there isn't a aligned piece in the clothing, then that also makes it look cheap, and the structure of the garment does not fully, like, it kind of looks undone, unfinished. So stay away from clothing that isn't lined with a layer of, you know how if you look in your jacket it's lined with something, then you need to be looking for that in clothing pieces that have lining in them. And then also when you're looking at shoes, make sure you're looking at the sole of the shoe. If you're buying shoes secondhand, I kind of try to stay away from buying shoes secondhand, only if they're like really good, in good condition, or like they're vintage, because some vintage designer, you know, they've been pre-worn. So it's really about looking at the sole, looking at the quality of how good the sole of the shoe is. And if you really want to invest, if you're buying like vintage designer or something like that, if you want to really invest into the sole of the shoe, you need to go to a shoe cobbler to get the soles refinished, and then it will look brand new. So that's also an option as well. And then just lastly, for the clothes part, like, just really take care of your clothes. Like, look at the fabric tag again, and look at, it tells you how to wash the item, so make sure it's something that you have to, you know, air dry or put in the dryer, because sometimes things can shrink. So you got to make sure you're looking at those laundry tags and making sure you're cleaning them well, taking care of your clothes. You know, that's what really makes them last longer. And also clean your shoes, especially if you live in a city, because it's dirty out here and you need to keep up with your shoes. You don't want your shoes looking dirty. Like, you need to have your shoes looking clean. So that's also a tip. Make sure everything's clean and you take care of your stuff. Okay, tip 4 is staple accessories and staple jewelry. So as you see here, you see these earrings. I got them from TJ Maxx for like $12.99, and they're from the House of Harlow brand. And I really love their earrings because they make really like cute, unique accessory pieces from TJ Maxx, and they don't hurt my ears. They're pretty good. They're pretty good on my ears. Like, they don't hurt them, because I have very sensitive ears. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to some type of materials and jewelry, so I really can only wear gold, silver, like real gold, real silver, aluminum, and just hypoallergenic jewelry, because if I wear other jewelry, it's just not gonna work for my ears. My ears get like all inflamed and messed up, so I have to really be careful with that personally. So if you also have that issue, like, the House of Harlow brand is actually pretty good at TJ Maxx. And then just like making sure you're looking for things that are gold plated, gold, silver, aluminum, and nickel free, and also just hypoallergenic in general. And a good tip, if you're like shopping at a vintage or a thrift store, like if you're looking at jewelry, make sure it's like in a, like, the luster of the jewelry is very bright and it's not like faded or tarnishing, because that can kind of show you the quality of it already. And then you want to like feel the weight of the jewelry. If the jewelry is pretty heavy, that means it's probably real. It's probably real gold, real silver. A lot of vintage jewelry, you can kind of tell like the weight of it. If there's some weight to it, it's probably real gold, real silver. So make sure you pay attention to that if you want real gold, real silver, real materials. And if you have no problems with your ears or anything, or skin reactions to other materials and jewelry, then you can go ahead and buy that anywhere, I guess. But just make sure you're looking at the quality of the jewelry and making sure that it's not tarnishing or just lacks in appearance and luster and like the brightness of the color of the jewelry. But yeah, these are really cute, and I actually get a lot of jewelry from vintage and thrift stores, but I just make sure that I inspect it, and I really am intentional about the jewelry that I buy at the vintage and thrift stores though. And also investing in a good watch would be really nice for like a jewelry stack. If you like to stack your bracelets, stack jewelry. I don't really have watches like that. I have one vintage Gucci watch that my mom gave me, and that's literally about it. And I have an Apple Watch, but I don't really wear my Apple Watch like for fashionable purposes. I just wear it working out, or if I need to time something, or I don't know. I don't really wear Apple Watches for like fashion purposes, but I just have one vintage watch and I don't really wear it that often. So I'm kind of trying to get into watches and stack in like bracelet stacks. But yeah, if you're into that, definitely like there's a lot of good options at a TJ Maxx, a Nordstrom Rack, or like the vintage. I really love the look of the tiny vintage watches, and a lot of thrift stores have that. I just feel like to look luxurious, jewelry is very important. Having your staple jewelry, having earrings, and my mom always says she never leaves the house without some earrings in her ears. And I have like multiple earring piercings. I have multiple piercings, but I always have earrings in my ear because I just feel like it's important to leave the house just with some jewelry. And I just love rings, I love bracelets, I love necklaces, earrings. Honestly, I just love all types of jewelry, but having staple jewelry is definitely a key to looking luxurious. Okay, last but not least is a staple handbag. Okay, having a good bag is essential just in general, but also like if you want to look put together, look like you really just threw something on, but it just looks effortlessly good when you're styling your outfit, trying to look expensive, looking luxurious in your everyday life. Okay, finding a good quality handbag that works for you, an everyday handbag. I would say to invest in like 3 handbags, and you don't have to buy these super expensive at all either. Okay, I have found genuine leather handbags, Italian leather handbags at the thrift store. Okay, so you do not have to be like, oh, I have to spend so much on a handbag, or I have to spend so much on 3 handbags. No, you really don't have to. Okay, look at the quality of the leather. Like I said, look, if it's genuine leather, that's amazing. Lambskin, you know, look at the quality of different leathers of handbags, see what kind of like style of handbag that you like. I would suggest having like a work bag, everyday bag, and a bag for outings. So 3 different bags, and just so that you can like switch it up and have things for different occasions. So also on your mood board, you want to add like different handbags to your mood board as well, so you kind of know what you're looking for whenever you're going to shop. So yeah, just put everything on your mood board for reference when it comes to shoes, clothes, handbags, jewelry, colors, silhouettes, fabrics, just everything, honestly. And having a staple handbag will definitely just level up your look and feeling more luxurious, expensive, looking great on a budget. So you can find stuff at the thrift store, okay? And the off-price retailers also have very, very good options as well. So you know, you have a lot of options here for you, and you always need a handbag. You always need to carry your stuff, so don't forget having a handbag as well to make you look luxurious on a budget. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know any feedback, any takeaways you got from this video, and let me know if you want more in-depth videos on anything that I spoke about today, anything you want to see from me in the future. Thank you all for watching to the end. I'm really, really grateful for y'all watching me. Don't forget to like, oh my gosh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And I'm so sorry for the lighting, like the sun was going down, but anyways, hopefully we can correct it in the editing process. Okay, but see y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.